What is going on, you frickin' degenerates? As you all know, 12 gauges are amazing, and as some would say, based, especially the pump variety. Now, that is just the most beautiful sound on earth. Hearing the sound of a 12 gauge pump actually cycle, because nothing says I love America more than a 12 gauge. Now, the reason why I say that they are so based is because, not sure if you knew this or not, but during World War I, Germany actually tried to add shotguns to the Geneva Conventions because of how deadly they actually were. So I figured today we'd, for one, go over the G-Force GF2P, which is their Benelli M4 clone. And I figured I'd bring another 12 gauge out. It's semi-auto, just to show you guys what all that's about. So let's get to it. Now, when I think America, I think 12 gauge pump action shotgun. Nothing is more fun, in my opinion, than a 12 gauge pump action. Now, when it comes down to power, it's pretty fucking awesome. This one, I believe, is a 20 inch. So this one is set up for home defense, and that's how I keep it. Whereas this Arm Elegant here, which is also another Turkish made shotgun, which can be found at Dunham's for decently cheap. This one is set up for duck hunting. And where I live, it needs to have a tube capacity, which regardless, still fun. So 3 rounds only in this amazing shotgun. Now, I just showed you guys what practice loads look like. That's gonna be 8 shot. That's what makes these things so freaking versatile. No matter if you gotta run target loads, bird load, buckshot, or even slugs. These things are the most based things ever. And if you have a pump action, like right here, it'll run whatever ammo you put in it. Mini shells, a little bit of a different story because they will get jammed up while you're racking. Oh shit, there was one in there, haha. But yes, this thing is unsafe. I'm just reloading it. But the fun part about these, like I said, versatility. Like, both of these shotguns are chambered in both 2 3/4 inch and 3 inch. Right now I have 8 shot loaded in. Let's do a little something fun. Something maybe you've seen on another channel before, just a tiny bit different. So like I said, you've probably seen this before. We're just gonna do it a little bit different. What I have is gonna be a Miller Lite penetration test. First up, we got the 8 shot target load. Oh. Gotta love it when you miss. That's what 8 shot does. See how it's still intact? Let's get a little bit better of a look. 8 shot, you see how it has that little hole? It just peppers. Now, let's load some buckshot in there and see how that does. You actually might be able to see something with this one. So this is not sponsored at all, but I have cheap Royal Buck low recoil shotgun buckshot, and then I have regular cheap Royal Buck buckshot. The low recoil is gonna suck in the semi-auto, whereas the regular stuff should run. Have not ran this through that shotgun before, so your experiences may vary. First up, we're gonna use the low recoil in the pump action, and then we're going to use the regular in the, first up we're going to use the low recoil through both the pump action and the semi-auto, and then we're going to do the regular stuff, just so that way there you guys can see the difference as to how it forms and functions. So you take your double out buck, we'll take 1 round of each. All right, so this is how you load it, just so you're, yes, I am pointing in a safe direction. 1, and 1. Now here goes in one of the regular power Royal Buck. In. And in. So first, both these are loaded with the low recoil first. So first, I'm gonna demonstrate the semi-auto and back to the Miller Lite test. Yeah, I'd definitely say that that's a lot more carnage. Let me grab it. This is what's left of the can. Now, I'm sure if you're watching this channel, you've probably seen the viral video of Clint Smith saying, "This is evident enough with double aught buck." Wouldn't we all agree with that? Now, remember, that was the semi-auto with the low recoil. Now, I have the semi-auto with the regular powered stuff. And guess what else I have? Another Miller Lite. Because, you know, exploding cans is just as much fun as possible to shoot. God, I love these things. Let's look at the carnage, shall we? This is the aftermath of a full pressure can with full power double aught buck. Now it may look like I just grabbed another can. I grabbed the same can again. Let's do a comparison, shall we? I got them right here on the ground. This was the low recoil with a less pressurized can. This is the full power. Woo! Gotta love it. See how much more split wide open that is? It's almost like my ex on a Thursday night. Now, we don't have any target set up, but I won't tell if you don't. Let's just some fun with this action, because you know the sound alone is just so beautiful. Let's get that reload. God, I love that sound. Just listen to it again. Now, both of these shotguns that I went over, the G-Force GF2P, again, cheap, budget M4 Benelli clone. Then we have the Arm Elegant. These things are amazing shotguns for the price. Do I know how long they'll last? No. But I've been having my fun with them, and I've been torturing myself, torture testing these, just to make sure that they are decent enough for light use. Do I think they will go thousands of rounds? I feel like they'll melt down before that. But on the other hand, say you're a broke college kid or just bought your first house and we're living on a budget, who's to say you can't, you know, go to Palmetto State Armory or Dunham's and pick up one of these cheap Turkish shotguns. Like, what they are, they run and they work amazing. This one is a 26-inch barrel and it was used as a duck hunting gun. This one right here, I bought for the purpose of home defense. Now, granted, that's the lie I told my wife, but what she doesn't know. And the reality is, I just seen the price and I'm like, I love shotguns way too much to not have that in my collection. So this one, I can't say prices on YouTube, but it regularly goes on sale through the ocean on Palmetto State Armory. And I'm not sponsored at all. If you look at my sub count, you would see that. All of this comes right out of my pocket. I just do it because I got a little bit of that tism for guns. And my wife hates hearing me talk about it. Also, what's your favorite type of gun? Let me know in the comments. Me personally, I love shotguns. I love 12 gauges. Something about the way it recoils and the amount of sheer power that they have, as I've demonstrated, that just makes me feel all giddy inside. Now, if I had to choose, I like handguns. Also, I like rifles. There's nothing you can take from me that I don't like. And also, down in the comments after you like and subscribe, tell me what your EDC is if you have one, or what your EDC would be once you can get one. As of right now, mine is a Canik TP9SF. It's a very accurate firearm. I love shooting it, and it's just overall a blast to have fun with. Yeah, it's a full size, well, I'm also a bigger dude, so I can conceal it better. Now, my other EDC that I have is a P40. And ooh, 40 is a dying caliber. Why not just get 10 mil? Yeah, I know. I bought it simply because I wanted something that I could have fun with, something I can make content with. I just love handguns also. I like the bigger bore stuff, so I'm going to shoot the bigger bore stuff. And yeah, I could have gotten a 10 mil, but at the same time, 40 is a little bit cheaper than 10 mil. Wherever you can find it, that is. My local shop, 40 is eh. So is 10 mil. I think it was like bucks a box for 10 mil, and it was like bucks a box for 40. I'll take that $5 in savings, honestly. But also down in the comments after you like and subscribe, well, that is if you made it this far, let me know what your favorite pistol caliber is. And also, I just want to remind you guys, stay cool, stay awesome, but most importantly, stay a degenerate. This is your fellow degenerate signing off.